Hello everyone. I want to read a wonderful story to you, and what we will need to do is we will need to answer 3 questions. One question will be is a multiple choice, and it's going to ask you, so you will need to listen very carefully, in which country is the action taking place? So in which country? Question number 2 is going to be, which of the choices that I will give you is a proof or evidence for a particular statement? And question number 3 is going to ask you for an extended response. Means that you will need to actually write or say your response. Let's start. Okay, so the story is called The 10,000 Stroke Chinese Character. Little Liang lived in China a long time ago. When he turned 7, his father said, "Tomorrow you will start school and learn to write." "No, thank you," said little Liang. "I like playing outside better." "School tomorrow, my boy. Not another word from you." So, next morning, little Liang went to school, writing brush in hand. His teacher showed him how to make one stroke to write the number 1 in Chinese. "This is easy," said little Liang. The next day, he learned to make 2 strokes to write the number 2. "Well," he said, "who needs to go to school? I can write the number 3 all by myself." Sure enough, on the 3rd day of school, the teacher wrote 3 on the board. Just 1, 2, 3, the way he expected. "That's all the learning I need," said little Liang. He sneaked out of school and went looking for birds in the woods. The next day, he left home with his school bag. But he did not go to school. "I know all there is to know," he said. "I'll just go fishing." Off he walked to the river. On the way, he met old Mr. Wang. "Why aren't you in school today, little Liang?" "I know all there is to know, Mr. Wang." "That's wonderful," said the old man. "I myself never learned any characters. Will you help me write a letter to my son?" Little Liang went to Mr. Wang's house. He took his brush and ink from his school bag. "I'll write the address first. What is your son's name?" 1 by Chang. In Chinese, 1 means 10,000. Bai means 100. And Chang means 1,000. Little Liang began to make brush strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 20, 30. Soon his hand hurt from so much writing. Look how many strokes I've made. Why is your son's name Mr. 10,000 instead of Mr. 1? I'm so sorry, little Liang. Why don't you use my hair comb? You can dip it in the ink and make many lines at once. Just then, the school teacher walked past the door. He heard the name Little Liang. He looked inside and saw a boy writing with a comb. What have we here? He asked. I'm writing Mr. Wen's name. The teacher picked up the brush and made 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. $10,000 in Chinese. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful story. So my first question to you will be, which country did the story take place in? Which country did the story take place in? India, Japan, the United States of America, or China? India, Japan, the USA, or China? Question number 2. Which sentence supports the idea that little Liang will likely return to school at the end of the passage? Sentence number 1. That's wonderful, said the old man. Or, you can dip it in the ink and make many lines at once. You can, he's talking about the brush, comb. You can dip it in the ink and make many lines at once. Or, number 3, I am writing Mr. Wen's name. I am writing Mr. Wen's name. Or, number 4, only 3 strikes. Only 3 strikes. So, think about it. And my last question to you will be what I called extended response. Let me read the question. What evidence does the author use in the text that leads you to believe that little Liang will likely return to school at the end of the passage? Select at least 1 quotation from the text that leads you to believe this. I'll repeat. What evidence does the author use in the text that leads you to believe that little Liang will likely return to school at the end of the passage? Select at least 1 quotation from the text that leads you to believe this. what I will do, I will link the text that I read in the comments below, and I want you to give me the answers in this video, and we will keep in touch. If you liked this video, put the like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want any other ESL ideas on this channel, write in the comments. I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.